Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode. Actually, no episode this week of Arsenal Pass. Instead, this is a bit of an update on Arsenal Pass, the podcast, and the channel. Bad news first. Yeah, no episode this week of Arsenal Pass. Good news, though. Good news is we do have an episode lined up for next week, and we will be back in full swing with Arsenal Pass next week. This is actually the first time in 3.5 years that we have not had a weekly episode of Arsenal Pass, so it feels a little bit odd, but it's for good reason. You may have noticed over the last few weeks that Mr. Brendan Patrick has been absent from the podcast as he's made his new move out to San Diego, and we had a few questions about is Brendan coming back? When is Brendan coming back? Brendan put out a bit of a nice comment and statement on the pod last week in terms of a comment on the pod, and then we actually tweeted it out so everyone could see it. But if you are just an audio listener, for instance, and not a YouTube listener, that Brendan is going to be leaving the pod and moving on. I think it's really bittersweet. I didn't script anything I was really going to say, other than to really give an update and to let you know that Arsenal Pass will be continuing on, but in a little bit of a different format with a new co-host, which I'm super excited about. Someone that is a massive part of the Flesh and Blood community, and someone that I think really does fit what Arsenal Pass is all about. And even Brendan himself has given the seal of approval for our new co-host. So really wanted to give that update on the podcast to let you know that we will be having a bit of a change in the pod. Things will look a little bit different, but it's still gonna be the same Arsenal Pass. And really to take this time to say a massive thank you to Brendan for everything that he has done to build this amazing community. Even before anything else, Brendan was one of the pioneers in content creation for Flesh and Blood way back 5 and a bit years ago now, when he first started doing some blog posts, started doing a little bit of writing for Channel Fireball at one point, when they were running Flesh and Blood content before being brought out by TCG Player. And then ultimately, me and Brendan getting together to start Arsenal Pass, which has been this amazing journey and this amazing building of a community that we're so excited and proud to see continue on as we go forward. So yeah, I really just want to say a massive thank you to Brendan. If you want to reach out to Brendan or send him your well wishes, tweet at him. Tweet the heck out of that guy and tell him how much you appreciate him and love him for everything he's done. And you know what? I have this feeling that we're going to see Mr. Brendan Patrick again in the future. I guess what next? Well, yes, no podcast this week, as I said, but from next week we have a new co-host joining, which you'll find out who that is in the next few days. Or if you're an audio listener and you don't pay attention to X or Twitter or Discord or any of that business, just tune in next week. Same time, same place, and you will hear from our new co-host, someone that's actually been on the podcast before. And as I say, yeah, I think I think everyone's gonna be very happy with who we've lined up. Again, not to fill the shoes of Brendan Patrick, but to come with a different take, with their own spin on things and their own personality, and someone that I have a massive respect for, and am really looking forward to having their impact in our community and on our podcast. So I think that's pretty much it, really. In terms of other things with the channel, we're going to continue on with deck techs. We're going to start trying to ramp those up. I've been speaking to our new co-host about what that might look like in the future. We have plans kind of to mostly pod for the rest of the year. And by the way, I mean every week of this year, we will pod after this week. But there will be other content as well. But it will it'll be, I guess, built up in the lead up to Worlds, then probably peter down a little bit, and then we'll build back up in 2025 with a bit of a relaunch of some of our previous favorites, but also some new things that we've got in the works for Arsenal Pass. So yeah, look out for those. If you're an Arsenal Pass patron, our monthly Patreon videos / podcasts will continue to go on. We will also have some deck techs and things that are being worked on that'll come up. We've had a few over the last few months, and those will continue. Plus any kind of ad hoc videos and insights and things like that. I'm off to ProQuest this weekend, week 2 of ProQuest. Next week on the pod, we will be breaking down the first 2 weeks of ProQuest and looking forward to what happens as we introduce Dash.io into the meta. I have a draft ProQuest on Saturday, and then I have a Classic Instructor ProQuest on Sunday. I'm going to be busting out at this stage. I think I'm playing Azalea on Sunday, which I'm super excited about, and really looking forward to getting some draft practice for Worlds. And then, yeah, just been hard at work testing for Worlds and looking forward to setting up a few things around what the next steps in the Arsenal Pass journey is going to be, which you will all see the beginnings of that next week when our new host joins me on the podcast. Feel free to drop your speculation below. I'm always keen to see who do you think or who do you want. I mean, it's too late now if you wanted someone else, but I think you'll be very happy with who we've got. But who do you think it might be? Interested to know who people think might be joining me from next week. But yeah, lastly, I just, again, want to say, and a massive shout out to Mr. Brendan Patrick for building everything that Arsenal Pass is today and getting us here. And I'm very excited for the future. But, you know, it is very bittersweet to say a goodbye for now from Brendan. I just have this feeling, I know that one day Brendan will return to the pod. So anyway, until next week, we'll see you in the next episode.